Hi guys, I'm Lex. Like my Christmas time. Um, so this video is probably not going to be one of the fun videos. This is more kind of on a serious note. Kind of weird that I'd be talking more on a serious note around Christmas time. But I don't know. I guess lately I've been kind of realizing that there's a lot of sadness. In reality, I think we're all carrying our own hurts and pain, except for we're wearing a mask because we feel we have to for people, because it's what being strong is, and being sad and crying is a sign of weakness. I'm not saying that this is true at all, and I'm saying this is kind of what society tells us. And honestly, I think it's a lie. Why do I think it's a lie? Because I've done that. I've done the whole I have to be strong for everybody my whole life, and then I kind of realized that your strength will only take you so far. It is inevitable that you will break. You can't carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. I mean, as cliche as that sounds, it's true. I don't think we were built for it. We were built to need something greater. And the thing is that our pride gets in the way of having to be strong and not being weak and not crying and not saying what we really feel when someone's like, "How's your day?" It's great, when really inside you just want to cry. And honestly, maybe you just say it's great because any of those people asking don't really care. Maybe they're not the people that are just going to stop and comfort you and listen to what you have to say. Maybe they won't, but there is someone who will. I just want to say this because I've been someone my whole life that no matter what was going on, I never let anybody help me. I was someone who never wanted people to see me cry. I mean, if anyone who saw me cry, it was because I couldn't hold it in anymore. I was the type of person that would just put on a smile and go take a bath so I can cry, so no one had to hear me and no one can see anything. Or when I was sleeping, I would cry, but in a way that no one could hear me. Then it got to the point recently, I guess about a year and a half ago, I started feeling really depressed, and it was more than I can handle, more than I can hide from anybody. And I reached out to my mom. I think my mom knew how serious it was because she knows I never ask her for anything, never go to her for any help at all. And I think she knew that I just don't like crying in front of her or anything. And I was just crying, and I just told her I need help. I feel like I'm depressed. I don't know what's wrong with me. And I honestly think God has allowed me to go through this. It's not over. I still struggle with it, but I honestly think that God has allowed me to go through this because I'm not strong enough to support myself. I'm not strong enough for everybody else. I'm weak. Well, in my weakness, His strength is shown. But I won't allow myself to see that if I'm pretending I'm strong for everything. I think maybe He just had to break me down, or let me break down to my lowest points, because I wasn't willing to ask Him for help. I wasn't willing to surrender it to Him. I wasn't willing to admit I have a problem and I need you, God. I don't know, maybe this is just me rambling and venting, and then maybe there's someone out there who's felt the same way before, and I want you to know that you're not alone, and you don't have to be Superwoman or Superman. We can't. I've tried to do it, and you know what? It found me. In my 20s, it found me, and it sucks when it finds you because you've had so much bottled up in you that you have no idea where to even start. You have no idea what is wrong. You can just think of everything maybe you that's hurt you when you just stuffed inside. Like, we weren't made to stuff everything inside. We were made to surrender it to God. For any of you who don't believe in God, I'm sorry, I'm not saying this to shove this down your throat. And if you don't even want to listen, don't. I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm just stating what I've been through. I'm stating what I've seen, and so honestly, I'm not trying to offend anybody. So if you don't want to watch, you don't have to. You can totally take this off. But for those of you who are interested in listening, God won't give us any more than we can handle. But we do have to come to Him. We do have to surrender it. We do have to put down our pride, even though it may be hard. And you know what? Sometimes I think we don't think we have pride. I used to not really think I was very prideful at all. But I guess if I'm not willing to let anybody help me with my problem, then that is a problem. Do I think I'm too good for anybody to help me? No, I'm okay. I'm just crying my life out right now, but I'm fine. You don't have to be as strong. I know I've said this, I don't know how many times, so I'm saying it because that was what I thought. I thought I had to be just hold up the world. Don't show anybody I'm crying. No one cares. No one needs to know what I'm feeling. I'll just suck it up and be strong enough for everybody else. The truth is, we need someone strong enough for us. And there is someone there. We just have to allow him. And you have a God that loves you. You have a God that made you. You have a God that was willing to come down and die for you, no matter how many mistakes you've made. I think a lot of times we think we've made way too many mistakes for him to care, for him to listen to us. You haven't. If you look at the people he's used in his lineage, in his life, he used Rahab, a prostitute. He used David, a murderer and an adulterer. Saul, he used to murder Christians. I mean, can you think of anything worse than murdering God's own children? But God didn't judge him for the person he was. He knew the person he was going to be. He knows the person you're going to be. But you have to surrender to him. I think that's when the journey starts. When we really surrender. Not just say we're going to, but really surrender. And what does that really mean? Surrendering it all to him. I'm sorry, guys. I really don't mean to be a bummer. Bummer.